Today we have got two project updates. So the two vehicles I've been working on recently have been the 67 Fairlane and the 79 Mustang. I'm going to show you where I'm at on both of them. The Fairlane, I'm not sure if I've actually posted a video on yet, but they will be coming up soon. I'm going to do a little bit different platform than I've been doing, and I'm going to see how that goes. I'll talk about that later. The Mustang I've had plenty of videos about, so you guys all know the history, anybody that's been watching. Where I'm at now, I've got one spot of the exhaust to tighten up. I have a leak coming out of the transmission I need to figure out. I thought I did, but I can see I've still got a puddle under there. I have a leak coming out of the fuel pump, which I know where it is. I just need to tighten up. It's actually where the filter goes into the back of the pump. Can't really see it from the, oh, there it is. There's a little bit of a leak coming through there, so I just have to seal up the threads. Wheels and tires, we had to go back to these. The other wheels just were too wide and weren't going to fit, so I've got to switch out some tires. I need to hook up the rear brakes and hook up the parking brake on the back. Front should be good to go as far as brakes, but I do need to put a spacer in the coil spring. So I've been having an issue with clearance on the front end, and come to find out, apparently there is a difference between the 79 to 86 and the 87 to 93 struts, and it has to do with where the strut actually bolts to the spindle. And apparently you have to use a certain strut, otherwise that mount is too high, which lowers the vehicle an extra inch. So all the problems I've been fighting have been because I've got the wrong strut. It'll still work, there's just things that we have to do to manage around it. As far as under the hood, I do have one more electrical gremlin to figure out because it has been draining again, the battery. Other than that, we've got the new 3G alternator put in. That's all wired up. I've got most of the hardware taken care of there. Operationally, the engine seems to be running fine, maybe just a little bit of fine tuning. I do want to get a different ground cable in because this was just way too long. And yeah, under the hood, we're actually super close. I'm going to flush the radiator one more time before he takes it. And then for interior, it's pretty much electronics that we just need to get the dash set up. I ended up sourcing out an aftermarket gauge set, which is going to give us all the gauges that we need, and it's mostly going to fit in the factory spot. So the little ones are just a little too big. The big ones are just a little too little. So I'll do some adapting there. I did get this hole saw the other day from Harbor Freight, which gives me the two sizes that I need to get these in here. So I just have to do a little bit of trimming, probably just that lip, and then I can get all these bolted in. Once I have them bolted in, then we'll worry about getting them wired up. And then I'm just doing the fluids, making sure the transmission's full after the drip. I'm going to flush out the rear differential. I've got new fluid, and this specifically has for the limited slip. And I'm going to try the bag. So the bag, I've seen a bunch of different people use it. They say it makes it really super easy to fill. You're not having to mess with any kind of jug or pump system, whatever. So I'm super close on this one. The Fairlane, aka workbench at the moment, I've got a little bit done. I've got a whole lot more to do. So mostly it's been about cleaning and getting it ready. I got everything vacuumed out. I have to get a better shop vac because one I have isn't great, but it got most of the garbage out. Trying to get some clean. It's been sitting, I've had it for 3 years now. Who knows how long it had been sitting before that. You can see the seats are all gritty and grummy. So I need to finish getting all that cleaned out, get the stank out of it. The guy that had it before me was apparently not into cleanliness, and there was just a bunch of garbage. So I want to get this running either for Holly Ford Fest, which takes place the first weekend of October, or duct tape drags, which takes place in the middle of October. One is in Bowling Green, Kentucky. One is outside Phoenix, Arizona. So 2 different directions, but it does buy me an extra couple weeks. I do have a set of rollers on here. I'm not sure if they're going to stay. I really like the way they look, but obviously that does add value. This is a project I'm building to sell. So it's a pretty clean car overall. A couple things here and there, not bad. Definitely a good candidate for a builder. I did try homemade shine juice, and after a couple of days, it's still kind of holding its look. So I will go ahead and finish the rest of the car. You'll see that on an actual video series. But otherwise, I've always loved this body style, and my big fear is I'm going to fall in love with this thing and not want to get rid of it, which is going to disrupt a lot of my plans. But we shall see. We shall see. So that's where I'm at right now. It is end of July, like the 30th or something like that. I'm going to start doing a video once a month and try and get a little more regular on my postings. So I still have some videos to finish up as far as I've got on the 53 pickup, and then I've got what I've been doing on the Mustang and on the Fairlane. So I'll have a good mix, and then I've got a couple other projects coming up. I've got a 65.6 Fury convertible, and I've got my 55 wagon that I really want to get started on. Then we got a couple of projects in the shop, doing an LS swap on an Astro van and doing a drag car build of an F-body Camaro. So we'll see how many of those that I can get into video and get posted. So I've been trying to get stuff done, again, with just a one-man show, 2-man now with Johan when he's got time. I know I'm not super regular with what I've been putting out. I'm trying to get better at that, although I've been saying that for years. But we'll see how it goes. Until then, I'm going to keep wrenching. The weather's cooled down a little bit. It got pretty bad up here in Wisconsin for a while. But it's actually workable weather at the moment. So with that being said, I'm going to get back to a wrench in my hand and get a few of these further down the road, get some more videos up. As always, if you see this, you feel comfortable doing so, give a like, give a subscribe, leave a question or comment. I'll respond to anything, whether it be on YouTube, on my Facebook page, for those that have my actual phone number and want to give me a shout. Again, I'll answer what I can, whatever you've got. And if you have any thoughts or any ideas on what direction anything should go, or if anybody sees this and they've got interest in the Fairlane, let me know. We'll see what happens. But until then, everybody stay safe, treat each other well, and I'll see y'all on the next one.